Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to rock? This is the Noble Heretic here, back with Battlefleet Gothic Armada Countdown to Release, Part 2. Take 2, because the first time I recorded this, there were audio glitches. Hooray! I think because I had Chrome up. Hooray! So, the day that, I believe it was either the day of or the day after I recorded my first episode of this, the beta got updated. So you can now play as Orks in the solo skirmish. For right now, we're going to skip over Chaos, because that's who we're going to be focusing on during my main playthrough. And let's take a look at Orks. Those bastards who are near impossible to play with. So, just looking over their kind of highlights, they have very customizable ships. So each ship class is a little bit more flexible in what you want to try and get it to do, not that it helps. Their ships are very resilient, they have strong assault actions, both regular boarding actions, lightning strikes, and they also have a third option to use boarding torpedoes, which give you a much longer range option. Excuse me. Once again, not that it really helps. On the downsides, the Ork ships are more likely to disobey, they have very poor discipline, and captains are more inclined to run away whenever you hit low hull. They have poor maneuverability, and they have both poor accuracy and range. Their range is typically about that of the Imperial Navy, as far as averaging around 6 kilometers. And as far as poor maneuverability, the main reason for this, to compare between the Imperial Navy and the Chaos ships. Both the Imperial Navy and Chaos, you can go ahead full, you can go cruising speed, you can use braking thrusters, and you can use high energy turns, so hard to port or hard to starboard. Orks can only go cruising speed, use braking thrusters, and rather than using full ahead, they have a shorter but faster duration burst called hitting the red button. Unfortunately, hitting the red button has a 2-second delay to it. Hi there, post-commentary heretic here. What I was trying to say when I had an audio glitch form in this part of the video, the delay on hitting the red button makes it nearly impossible to ram enemy ships with, which you'll probably see later on, although I do find a way to compensate here once in a while. So, back to the live commentary. Now, on the plus/minus side, it's hard to say. A lot of Ork ships come with lots of torpedoes. Every cruiser that they've had that I've had so far comes with torpedoes. One of their escort ships that I've found actually to be the most useful come with torpedoes. And one weird thing about their escort ships is that none of them have broadside weapons. All of them have prow weapons. But yet they all come set by default to attack broadside. So if any devs are actually wind up watching this video, little request from a player. If a ship has no option for a particular attack option, be it broadside preference or prow preference, have whichever it doesn't have those disabled by default, because otherwise a ship is going to go in and it's automatically going to try and do, if the player doesn't go through and manually change it, a ship's going to go through and try to do something it can't do. But anyway, moving on to the actual featuring of these guys. First of all, as you can probably see, Ork ships look like crap. They're like a floating scrap heap with faces painted on the front of them. So let's actually see how this works out. For better or for worse, we're going to go for a cruiser clash mission, which I believe the first time I had one of these missions, it resulted in one of my ships disabled and only one capable of moving, and I was essentially just moving around and around in circles trying to get torpedoes to hit the ship I was trying to kill. And at this point here, there was only one Imperium ship left, and that ship took like a full 10 to 15 minutes to kill. So, let's take a look at the battlefield. We've got pockets of gas, pockets of rocks. Nothing we can really use to our advantage. Oh yeah, another problem that Ork ships have. They cannot do silent running. Yippee! Now, one thing that I have found that seems to help with orc with tactics as in playing with orcs, just right off the bat, start firing salvos of torpedoes. Just do that, reload, and then just keep firing torpedoes in the rough direction of the enemy, just right out of the gates.
You got it.
Now, normally if I were playing Imperium or Chaos, I would be burning all ahead full to try and track these guys down, but the problem is that, as I said, the Orc red button lasts like 3 seconds with a 2-second delay, so it's not like it's really helpful. Hooray for that second salvo. And it looks like we might get a couple of hits here. Let's zoom in and take a look. Oh, nope, miss. And that was not a hit. That was a defensive weapon. That was defensive weaponry fire. Not a hit, not a hit. I don't think that was a hit. So yeah, we just had a first minute in the game and we've done diddly. Oh, and that fucked up.
Get 'em.
So now, one thing I'm kind of curious about to see if these ships do this. The first time I tried playing as orcs, or the first couple of times, there was something weird going on with the AI, in that even though they were still set for a broadside engage, they would automatically attempt to engage head-on. And yep, we're just gonna ram into our own ships because that's what happens. Orcs, the dipshit idiots of the galaxy. Let's get some lightning strikes on. This is the only real thing that I've found. Oh, nope, can't do. Never mind. Was going to try a boarding action, but that's not going to help.
Here we go.
Yeah, the only real advantage that orcs have are those torpedoes. Yeah, now here we go. It looks, for some bizarre reason, the orc ships always seem to try and engage head-on, regardless of whether or not they... Ah, crap. Mistimed that red button, and the other problem with the red button is that you cannot cancel it.
Okay, we'll go that speed. Orcs is best.
They are not bloody well best. You know it. I know it. We all know it. Try another ram. Oh, we might actually get a ram. We did! Hooray! Finally, something goes my way on an orc campaign. Not campaign, mission.
Orcs is best.
Okay, why are you not moving? There's one destroyed weapon, and it all starts to go down already. Braking thrusters, maybe? Nope. Never mind.
He's ready. You got it. He's ready. More data. Locked on, boss.
That's actually one thing I find really interesting in this game. This is just the game in general. This has nothing to do with my rantings against the orcs. But okay, so okay, so right now this ship here, it's had the front blown out and the torpedoes are gone. You can actually see a nice steady bit of damage. The only weird thing is, I don't think fire works that way in space. Yeah, I don't think it does. trying to take out this escort ship. Oh, come on, Orks, you're supposed to be good at boarding actions. Why did that not work?
Orks is best.
Another boarding action? And an automatic boarding failure.
What you want?
That captain's starting to run, so we can probably ignore him for the most part.
You got it.
Yep, he's gone.
You got it.
At least we've got that going for us. So, we have a firestorm left, and who knows?
Orks is best. Full speed! Orks is best.
This guy here, he's so beat up he can't even do any boarding actions anymore.
Enemy ship sighted. He's ready. Yeah. Orks is best.
If you're not hearing me say much, it's simply because I have to concentrate so much on trying to keep these guys going.
He's ready. Time to stop him. What you want? Reloading. Full speed.
Okay, utterly useless. I did more damage to myself on that ram than...
Over there. What you want? Orks, Orks, Orks. He's ready. You got it.
And those torpedoes did nothing because we were outside of... It was inside of arming range.
Orks is best.
Okay, and that ship's gone.
Whoops, we lost one.
So...
Red boys, get us anywhere.
Oh yeah, also, if you have an insubordinate captain and they try to run away, you cannot execute them as if you were Chaos or the Imperium. You actually have to buy an upgrade to do that. So the Orcs' biggest weakness, and you can't really counter it in any manner. And now that we're at the end game, this is where the Orcs really start to lose out, is the end game, because right now I have one ship that's badly damaged, very badly damaged. This ship thankfully has most of its systems in place. Try a ram. God damn it. Missed that entirely.
Locked on, boss.
And now he's running. Yippee, so those are Orks, ladies and gentlemen. Crap-tastic, running away from the fights as always. They suck in the mid-game, or they suck at the beginning of the game. They're really only decent at the mid-game whenever you start to get into actual combat ranges and can use boarding actions. But the late game, here's the thing I don't understand about the description at the beginning. The description you saw at the beginning, it says that the ships are resilient, but yet I have had so many times playing as Orks where I just lose every other system on the ship, and then the ship winds up becoming pretty much useless. Definitely not going to be seeing too much of me playing these guys. In fact, I may very well just delete this campaign save. So I hope you tolerated this video, more so than I did. If you want to see more of Battlefleet Gothic as we count down towards release, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, or go ahead and give it a like. Definitely gives me a better idea of what is being preferred on the channel. But otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video.